Hey, what's up? This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and I'm here to talk to you today about crypto, starting with our Bitcoin chart TA. Okay, so Bitcoin, the charts have been very mixed today. One thing I want to point out that's very important here is the new RSI resistance level that's popped into here at about you take a look at the daily line, it's popped in at about 41 or so. Right now it's at 38. However, it's had a very difficult time trying to get above this 41 level. And so it's not too far off of that level. So based off of this, I would say that it's going to be hard pressed to find a bounce above 20,500 or so. So at this point, I think with Bitcoin, the Bitcoin price is going to continue to trend downwards. Okay, if you take a look at the hourly, go here and take a look at the hourly real quick. We can see that the RSI is 56. So right now it is definitely becoming overbought. We see here there's some strong resistance here at 20,500, and I don't expect this to change right now. I think with Bitcoin that you're probably going to get a little bit more sideways action, and then we could wind up seeing some more selling pressure as the week moves on. Now, taking a look at Ethereum, Ethereum had that break under the channel, the upwards channel that we talked about here. This looks a bit like a fake out, but I'm not entirely convinced that it's a fake out. I think it actually has broken through this upwards channel, but I'll be watching this closely to make a determination of that. And if it has broken through this upwards channel, if it has broken through the bottom support here, then Ethereum is probably headed back down again. All right. So I outlined in a previous video about some of the difficulties that Ethereum is going to face in September, including the merge. And if anything goes wrong with the merge, or if it has difficulties, or if there's a setback, that is going to provide a strong amount of selling pressure on the ETH price. Okay. Taking a look at the dollar index, again, moving sideways. We're seriously unable to determine whether or not this is a double top. Again, still looking at this. I'll be watching this and trying to figure out which direction this is going. For me, though, right now it's shown strength up here at about a 108, and I think that within the next 5 or 6 days, we could wind up seeing it actually push through this level, because it's gathering strength here, it's gathering strength, it's trading sideways, and then we could actually see a push through this 109 level here, this resistance point, and then that would completely nullify the double top, which would be bad news for Bitcoin, because the dollar index represents the strength of the dollar measured against other currencies, and if it goes up, Bitcoin tends to go down. So I can see this pushing through that level, nullifying this double top formation, and then as a result, Bitcoin will have increased selling pressure going on here, and we'll probably get a retest of these recently established lows, 19,500, and then below that at about 19,000. Below that at about 18,900 in that region here. So right now I'm still waiting to see which direction Bitcoin's going, because it's been moving mostly sideways. I'm waiting to get in on one of these big drops here. Hopefully we get a nice little bounce here at about 18,900. Definitely very interested in picking up Bitcoin at in that range here, because right now Bitcoin is incredibly cheap, and as I've shown you guys before, whales are very interested in buying at these rates. I have further proof of that when you take a look at the exchange reserve for Bitcoin. And so basically the exchange reserve here is the number of coins held in the exchange. And as you can see, that number has been dwindling and dwindling and dwindling. And even if we zoom in to just around July or so, you can see that from June, July, and then August, you've had a massive number of coins flowing out from the exchange. And the reason for this is the fact that people list their coins on the exchange, and there is a tremendous amount of buying pressure, especially at these levels, that as soon as they're getting onto the exchange, they're being bought and then moved off the exchange to hardware wallets or software wallets. And so this is consistent with what I would see with a stronger demand of Bitcoin at these levels. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into a very interesting story that I found today. So, Crypto.com, the exchange, sues user after refunding $10 million instead of $100. Okay, so apparently Crypto.com made a mistake. And apparently they should have refunded $100, but instead they refunded $10 million. And so this happened to a woman who was based in Melbourne. And it turns out that she went out and she bought a whole house and like a huge mansion, and it had like a cinema and a pool. And so, and when the company realized that they had sent $10 million to her, they had then decided that they were going to be suing her in order to get the money back. And so they're probably going to wind up getting that money back, most likely. But it's just a funny story, I think. It's kind of like that Monopoly, in Monopoly, where you get like a chance card and it says the bank makes an error in your favor. Except in this case, they obviously don't want to give her $10 million, so they're taking it back. So they made an error, and now they're suing to get it back. All right, next. Very important news here. So Samsung, one of the largest companies in the world, and especially in Korea, they're trying to open up a crypto exchange next year. And so this is incredibly bullish because they realize that there is very strong demand for cryptocurrency in Korea. So they're trying to take advantage of this by opening up a crypto exchange. And they've been interested in this for at least a year or two now, but they have been unable to so far put together an exchange. So right now it's working on a licensing agreement within the government and undertaking a study to make the plunge into blockchain in the crypto industry. And again, as I usually like to say, this adoption is happening during a bear market. Samsung is coming in here, and they're seeing blood in the streets and fear, and they're saying, well, there's still enough interest that we want to go ahead and open up a crypto exchange in South Korea. So I think that's pretty impressive. Now, Samsung has also invested in high-profile NFTs such as the Bored Ape Yacht Club. They've also put money into FTX and Axie Infinity. So it's very clear to me that Samsung is one of those companies that wants to stay on the cutting edge of technology, and they realize that blockchain is the cutting edge, and crypto especially is a way for users to use the blockchain in a manner that is conducive either in a financial sense or in an investment sense, or using like NFTs, buying NFTs, and using like NFT like technology to verify the proof of ownership. Okay. All right, so that's all I've got for you guys today. If you like this content, please let me know. Please like and subscribe, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate that. Follow me on Twitter for the most up-to-date information. I recently called out this morning about a Bitcoin dip that happened, and I definitely don't want you guys to actually miss that, because we got a really nice dip here, and again, not financial advice, but it could have been a buying opportunity for people who are looking for a long-term hold for Bitcoin. All right, so this is Cody the Coin Raptor signing out.